They have been following the events bumper to bumper. This is the update. Nigeria is headed for the total doom. And those who are trying to live and create their own alternative world, they can continue to live in that alternative world where they have created their own alternative reality. But Maiyegun's diary, you hear it the way it is, and then you, only you, will decide what you think is the truth. At the end of the day, they will all be laid bare what they told you, what they are doing, and why the consequences of what they are doing, but they are not telling you, is coming out of what they told you they are doing that shouldn't lead to the consequences of what you are seeing today. When you lay the fact and the fiction together, you will be able to what? To do justice to that. You will be able to do that. So if you then create your own alternative world after hearing all of these facts, again, you will be responsible for your own decision. Mine is just to tell you what I know. Most of what I know are not really unknown to many of you. But I think I have this style that many of you have commended Maiyegun for many times. I have this style whereby I can relate all of the stories together, build a life out of it, make a sense out of it, whereby right there where you are, you will be nodding your head like, wow, I never really thought about it that way. In fact, I never really see it that way, Sha. Now, when you begin to see it the way you should see it, it will now help you in your sense of reasoning. It will also help you, including your own output when it comes to discussing what will be the next thing. People who have also heard, who know all of these things, those who have been able to process this information on their own, because they seek this information and they found them and they work on them, right? They will not start sounding, they will not continue to sound like mad people to you. They start sounding like people who are actually not possibly reasoning. It's you who possibly is not reasoning. And that is why Maiyegun's diary Politico is so different. I don't promote propaganda. I don't promote any sort of flashy news, just the rave of the moment news. What I discuss on Maiyegun's diary are things that get you so involved, put you in the picture, whereby you can begin to see the consequences of agreeing with the criminals who brought about this calamity upon Nigeria. The consequences of agreeing with them is so dear, is so grave that it can actually cost you your life. And with what Boko Haram has done so far, it is now obvious that nobody is safe. You are not safe, even if you are not living in Nigeria. If you are living in Nigeria, that you have not been kidnapped, you've not been attacked, you have not been called, that your village has been ransacked, your loved one, your grandma, your grandpa, they have been slaughtered in their sleep by the Fulani terrorists. Well, that doesn't put you in any safety net. You are not in any safety net. Nobody is safe, including the politicians who brought this calamity upon the people. And when you begin to see that, it will begin to make sense to you. Why is Nigeria not working? Why has Nigeria never worked? What is wrong? Is it because of the lack of good people? Of course not. Is it because of the evil people everywhere? Of course not. It is the system. A system that will continue to produce the like of a megad, that will continue to rule over all of you, no matter how much educated you claim to be. Are you following? See, the system will continue to produce those that will continue to give you excuses why they want you killed. They have no solution. They've run out of all ideas. And these are the gerontocrats, old men who are now senile. They have become so outdated that living your life or your future in their hands is the most foolish thing to ever believe in. And many people believe in that because they are confused. What is going to then happen? What is going to happen in Oduduwa Republic? What is going to happen in Biafra? Are we going to import new people into this place to make up this place? It is because you were born and raised, you've become who you are today in a rigged system, a completely faulty, defective system that you and many, many before you have been doing a lot to pretend that they could fix a divided country, that they pretend to put to the world that we are united. They can't hold it any longer. Boko Haram is just the agent of division that is now doing the Lord's work. As my brethren in Christ would love to say, they say you are doing the Lord's work. That's just what Boko Haram is doing. And whether you love one Nigeria, whether you want Nigeria to break, as we speak today, everybody is in danger, including all of you, the one Nigerians. Boko Haram came out to threaten a whole region. He threatened the Igbos. Thank you very much, Augustine. Edo Agaye, thank you very much for your super sticker. I called out, so glad I won't miss it because I'm going to miss many today. So if you drop any super sticker or chart and I don't mention you, please pardon me. And there's also one more thing before I go fully into the calamity of Boko Haram, how everybody is affected, and the only thing to get it right, is to what? Is to destroy and collapse that system so that there will never be any system that will produce the like of a Buhari that will be against the regions and use the resources of the entire country to fight the people that actually produces the resources. I mean, that produces the money. You get what I mean? And before I go fully into that, okay, I have an announcement, and I almost forgot. All right. You remember the last I think it was the last 2 episodes on Maiyegun's diary Politico, when we were having a chat about the attack on the people of Igangan. And my very, very good sister, Chichi, called in. And you remember the altercation, okay? What led to that and what happened? I have personally revealed my conduct on that call that day, because it was meant to be like, I always have up to an hour to speak my mind, say whatever I want to say. When I open the line, I am supposed to let you speak your mind. All right. Though in the case of Chichi, it was a complete, a mix-up. All right. Something that sparked something up about people who come out to condemn the issue of talking and talking and talking. All we do is talk, 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 talk. We need action, blah, 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 and all of that. Right. That moment was a moment that Chichi's statement struck that chord, where I have always been interested in talking about, those who come up with that narrative, okay? So when Chichi said she's tired of us talking, she wants to see action, that was automatically misconstrued by myself at that point as if she is also possibly joining the bandwagon of those who condemn us for at least speaking up to raise awareness. And I regret that. And to you, Chichi, if you are watching, sincerely, I apologize for that. That wasn't the moment I should have used to correct that impression, because it was a moment for you to express yourself, okay? And I do apologize if you are watching. I decided to do this because it was after a personal reflection, okay? And I do hope that you will take that nicely, okay? Thank you very much. Let us continue. Boko Haram, who is now the divider in chief, the one that has now led everybody to this state where people don't want to talk to themselves. People don't want to agree with themselves. Everyone is suspecting everyone. When you say something, people will tell you, I don't trust you, or I don't trust them. A moment whereby people have been so divided that it is wrong for anybody to come together and demand a unity that doesn't address this division, these concerns. Are you with me? Now, when we now ask, let's say the people who have been affected with all this program, these killings everywhere, I have been affected from my region. Many, many of you who are watching this video, you have been affected. Some are living in denial. Agreed. But that will not erase the fact that these killings happened and they are still happening. And Boko Haram's government, they are doing nothing to stop the killings. Rather, they are doing everything to aggravate it. They are doing everything to hide the future killings from the rest of the world. And that was why when Boko Haram couldn't take it in, you know what he did? He decided to vent it on camera by promising a genocide, the similar genocide of what happened in 1967, between 67 and 70. He said he will speak to them. He is addressing those who are asking that if Boko Haram will not protect Nigerians, if the Nigerian military, Nigerian police are not going to be allowed to protect Nigerians, if those who are the foreign imported terrorists who are killing up and down in the country are going to get much coverage and much protection than the people that Boko Haram himself want to protect, using Takia to rule Nigeria can keep the people of the north together. I'm talking about those who are still supporting Boko Haram in this regard, okay? Takia, pretend to be part of a government until you change it to what you want it to be, including Sharia. They have been using the Takia for the past 6 years, but they have misapplied that Takia. Takia can only work where you can speak your Arabic, where you can use the Quran to speak to people, where you can use the religion religiously among the people. In northern Nigeria, to some extent, they have that control. But you can't use Takia to force the people who don't believe in Sharia, who don't believe in your style of murderous land-grabbing campaign. And you can't use Takia to force them or use the resources of the country to fight the southern Nigeria. This is never going to work. And that is why when people say, let us break up, let me tell you something that you need to know. Breaking up of Nigeria is going to be a process. Nigeria is has become a political creation, especially since 1960. It was a political agreement that was later altered, even though that agreement is no longer binding. But nevertheless, to untie it, it has to start with a political resolution. And I'm not talking about political party and all that nonsense. No, forget that. I'm talking about a political resolution that is a process. When a conversation starts, when they say, okay, everybody is angry, we need to break up, we want to go our way, or we are going to kill ourselves. Wait, don't kill yourselves. Let us start the conversation about the breaking up of the country. But to break up the country is not going to be something that is going to be announced and it's going to be done in the next 1 month, 2 months, or the next 20 months. It is a process. That process to start is what everybody is now agitating for. For those who don't understand, are you with me? The intention of Boko Haram is to change the demography of Nigeria to what they can then finally claim never to be a Nigeria of Igbos, Nigerian of Ijaws, Nigerian of Yorubas, Nigerian of Yorubas, Nigerian of Kanuris, Nigerian of every other tribe. 250 nationalities make up Nigeria, over 250 nationalities. But they told you that you have 3 major tribes in Nigeria, Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo. When democracy started, when these guys began their plot since 1999, what did they do? They started including Hausa Fulani. In everything they write, they put Hausa Fulani, and the Fulanis in Nigeria are just a fraction of the 210 million people in Nigeria. The population of the Fulanis in Nigeria is less than 5 million in total, because according to them, they are migrants. They don't stay in a place. Therefore, they never really register to be Nigerians because they are always on the move, as they told us. So, however, this 5 million is part of one among 100 of other ethnic nationalities in northern Nigeria and every other place that make up the northern Nigeria of today. They are just one out of them. But suddenly, they started putting Hausa Fulani. Now, they are not even talking about Hausa anymore. It's about Fulani. Now, out of the 250 ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, only one is demanding to have land all over the country. And if you don't give them that land for cattle colony, for grazing, open grazing, or for Ruga, they are going to kill all of us. And they have been killing us. So Boko Haram is siding with them, protecting them, and is now going after every tribe who is putting together any security organization or any security network to protect themselves. And to hide the future genocide from the world, they decided to ban a platform that give access to 40 million Nigerians who have access to express themselves, to expose what they are going through. It was through the Twitter that we got to know about the atrocity of SARS in Nigeria, the atrocities of the police in Nigeria. And SARS protest started, and that shook Nigeria to foundation. Now, without any consideration for other small businesses, they were ready to shut down the internet in Nigeria. And this is why, for those of you, in fact, we don't need to jump gun. Let us remind those that sold Boko Haram to you. Those who continue to ask me, why do I continue to mention Tifnumbu all the time? I will tell you why I keep mentioning Tifnumbu all the time. A failed criminal who used the power of manipulation, gun, and so many other tricky ways to swindle some part of Yoruba land, to make them believe that he had their interest at heart. Therefore, he was negotiating for a better political arrangement that will eventually safeguard the future of the Yoruba children, Yoruba people, the generation now and the generation unborn. They brought about change. And the weary, the madman, who is now silent, who is now quiet, who is now deaf and dumb, who is now senile, who is now possibly mad, completely mad, has nothing to say after telling all of you that when Nigeria or when the rest of the world were in trouble, they called on old people to come and save them. Where is Tifnumbu now? Let us start from here.
Turn to one great man, their ex-military general, General Eisenhower. Correct? When French was challenged, they turned to their general, Charles de Gaulle. Correct? When Britain was challenged, they turned to their great general, Winston Churchill. Correct? Today, Nigeria is challenged, economically challenged, physically challenged, security challenged. Who do we turn to? Muhammad Buhari is the right man for the job. If you talk of military experience, he has it abundantly. If you talk of courage, he has it abundantly. If you talk of simplicity, he has it abundantly. If you talk of great determination, a combination of vision and ability to perform, honesty and integrity, he has it abundantly. Abundant. I love. I'm coming back up. I love when the incapable government of Nigeria, Poverty Development Party, they have nothing again to say. They now ask the integrity, the temerity, to question the qualification of the...
Yes, that was Tifnumbu when they were talking about bringing change. 6 years after that, Meanwhile, it wasn't alone. There's another puppet who was also lyrical and biblical when he was dragging all of you who are now the endangered victims of terrorism, unemployment, poverty, loss of freedom of speech, loss of your businesses. Those of you are now victims. There was another guy who also told you lyrically that God was involved in 1999.
Praise the Lord. This country will change February 14, 2015. There is no doubt at all that this country will see a change. I'm happy that you will witness that change. I'm happy that you will be alive to see that change. It will be a change from the unemployment we have now to jobs for young people. No light, no power, there will be power. Everything that a government should do, this government, the new government of General Buhari will do. Don't let anybody tell us lies and deceive us about religion. You and I know that the most important thing is that when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. Let me ask you a question. Are you rejoicing now? Under this government, are you rejoicing? Very good. The reason why we cannot rejoice under this government is because the scripture says when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. After February 14, 2015, in fact May 29, 2015, you will see rejoicing. You will see rejoicing. By the grace of God, we will all be alive to see it. If you believe that you will be alive to see.
Do you see that brainwashing? Yes, that was everything. They used religion, they used the name of Jesus, they used the name of this, the name of Allah, the name of anything they could use, just to get everybody to hope for their day of death that you are witnessing today. He also, when they eventually came to power, the same people who promised you 3 million jobs every year, right? This same guy went all about, and he was promoting what they call the easy way of doing business in Nigeria to encourage foreign direct investment into Nigeria, while they were also buying guns, supplying guns to terrorists all across Nigeria during the lockdown, using the government helicopter to supply weapons, food to terrorists all over Nigeria. They keep denying it. But you see, when you believe them, that means you are living in that alternative world. When you get to that alternative world of theirs, anything is believable, including believing them that the terrorists who are walking about in Nigeria, they are more powerful than the Nigerian army. You will believe anything, because you have created alternative. But what you are not probably thinking about is the consequences of you agreeing with them. Because when you agree with them, that means you don't believe that thing exists. Then when you now read it tomorrow that 40 people killed in this area, you'll be asking yourself, how is that even possible? Because you have been told not to believe that it is possible to move weapons for them. To you, it doesn't make any sense. The vice president said it's not possible because the brainwashing is still working on you. But watch this video and I have an idea those Boko Haram is trying to protect, and those who are killing Nigerians, and those who are actually kidnapping Nigerians all over the place. This time around, even in his own area. I want you to watch this video to have an idea of those Boko Haram is shutting the internet down for. They are going to do worse. This is just warm up. You know, when they say hello, testing. These are the people coming to take over Nigeria. And I want you to pay attention to the key word of this man in this video.
In Katsina State, I went to Kwatarakwashi. So along the Kwatarakwashi Kankara Funtua road, I saw Hausa youths blocking the road. And when I ask what is this, they say their people are being killed and the government is not doing anything. I noticed that a lot of the headsmen that I talk to, they don't speak English. They don't speak Hausa. Because I say, "Hey, Mutumina," he said, he gets quiet. I said, "May I say, why is he not talking?" He keeps quiet. And they say, they should stop speaking French. And they say, "Tu parles français?" He say, "Oui." And he starts feeling comfortable. And as we continue to talk, I found some of these people are from Mali, some from Mauritania. Now, what we are saying is, are we having settlements built for imported populations? Because as I'm talking to you right now, there are no Nigerians from Kanu, from Sokoto, from Katsina applying to be moved from their current homes into bushes somewhere else. It does not exist anywhere in this country. So we see a strategy to import populations from the sub-region and then use them to displace and alter demographics. This is not. That's why the government, when they say they're suspending, I don't. If you watch President Buhari's his way, he employs Takia. And I understand the Politico very well. So, yes, he could say one thing because, as the gentleman rightly mentioned, it's the same Takia he uses, deception. He said first grazing reserve. The country said no. He came back again, he said cow colony. We said no. Because the only thing in this game is land. The child is just. I go to Jos, I see people displaced. Why are they not returned back to their homelands? Why is the government trying to now import people to resettle on that land?
It's called Takia. Somebody said I'm holding back some information. Ade, I am not. Okay, it's all bit by bit. So this is the genesis. This is why everyone is saying no, we won't be part of it. And Boko Haram said, if you don't accept that, to let these people settle down wherever they want to or they choose to in your forest, then you should be ready for war. That's exactly what is going on. Now, resettling them in every part of, importing them, resettling them, changing the demography. What does that mean? You currently have how many local government areas in Nigeria? 774 local government areas. Okay. Now, out of all these 774 local government areas, over 400 of that are in northern Nigeria. Okay. Now, what they are trying to do now is this. You see those your unoccupied forests. The forest we are talking about that some people will tell you, but nobody is using it now. Is the land not just there? Why can't they just do blah, 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 blah? You see, if you make a mistake of having any Seriki Fulani in any village, in any part of Yoruba land, or in any part of Igbo land, or in any land at all, what you are entertaining is this. So what they are doing is that they will redraw the demography, they will redraw the map. Same thing they did to the Biafrans, same thing they did to the Igbos after the Biafran War. What they did to the Igbos was that they redesigned the map of Nigeria. All right. They now cut them out. Though, because you see, when they say Biafra, the the Fulanis, as you have them, they were those who have succeeded in using their media and so many other forms, right, to make all of you believe that Biafra was about the Igbos. Biafra is not just about the Igbos. Are you with me? The Biafra, those who actually stood up for Biafra, they comprises of all the places that comprise, all the places in the old eastern Nigeria. So if you look at the map of Nigeria then, before the Civil War, okay, and you look at the map of Nigeria after the Civil War, the Biafra land, the honor of Biafra right there, covers every land that was then eastern Nigeria. But this is what happened after the war, okay? They made the war or the genocide about the Igbos. They singled Igbos out because the Igbos, they will make the majority of all the nationalities that will form Biafra. And they actually had a plan back then, the way their Biafra will run. Are you with me? But that's another story anyway for another day. So the Fulanis who took over power after the 1966 bloody jihad that they called retaliatory coup, what they did was that they redrew the map of Nigeria. First, they created states. And you know, when you are creating state, you will be on the table because you are the one who created state, not because people sat and they put a constitution together, voted in a referendum that they wanted to create state. There was nothing like that. The military used their decree. Gowon used his decree to start what is called today's Nigerian states. So what did they do? They now redraw the map. Okay, they cut out people who are Igbos in Benue. They called them to a place called Benue today. The Igbos who are part of today's Ijo, what do you call it? Niger Delta region, of what they now named Niger Delta region, right? The Igbos who are there, they were cut off to that place and they were forced to change their names, their Igbo names, to the names that symbolizes the newly created entities for them. And they warned them, if you want protection, you must never shout Biafra again. So they redrew the map of Nigeria. The map you have today as map of Nigeria, where you can point out and say, this is my state, that is my state, and this is my own state. The Fulanis created it for you. And it was intentional, so as to put the Igbos in the middle. So in any time the Igbos try to say they want Biafra again, they will never get the support of those who are around them now. The newly created region. Are you following me? So this is what me and you, this is what we're born into. This is what we're taught in school. This is the social study they taught us. This is the mentality we went to school. All of you who are lawyers, this is what they wrote in the book that make you lawyers. And that is where the confusion started from. So that's what they did. And this is what they want to do now to the rest of us, including the Yorubas. They want to redraw the map again. This time around, they won't create states. They will create more local government areas, senatorial districts, House of Representatives area, constituencies. You see those your forests, they don't need to build houses there. Go to the north and go and see places that make up local government areas in northern Nigeria. You will be shocked. And they are collecting allocation. Are you with me? So this is exactly what they want to do in southern Nigeria, including the middle belt. That's a bulletproof that is holding them from crushing and invading the southern Nigeria all these years. The people of the middle belt. What they're asking for is that once the Fulani displace you, once you are displaced, you will never go back to that your land again. You know why? Because the Fulanis will occupy the land. The military will protect them. They will leave you in IDP camp. And if you can relocate to any member of your family anywhere, forget about that land. Now, what they will now do is that one day they will just move a motion. And you will hear that they are creating additional 300 local government areas because they believe that government must go to the people better. So some of you who are looking for restructuring, you will buy into that lie. To you, it will be like, well, that makes sense. We are going to create Okun local government. We are going to create Ijagba local government. We are going to create Olueron local government. All of you will be jumping up and down because they will give you local government. But they are not giving you local government. By the time you open the book, you will be seeing some strange names and they will tell you those areas, people have been living there for the past 30 years. That is why when you meet a Seriki Fulani now, in any part of Yoruba land, you know what they will tell you? I have been living here for 50 years. But when we say, who sold the land to you? Nobody sold it to me. The land was there and I've been keeping it tidy for the past 50 years. Is that how they suppose they do? Now, so now they do. Just walk into any place, grab the land. That's it. And they just want to make it official now. So you will see more local government created. So all of you will think, at least Buhari is listening now. Let us give it time. Is it not about government getting to people? What they are doing is that very soon, then you will begin to see your Seriki Fulani and all of them electing their own representative from Ogun State. You'll be hearing Kararafa local government, Ogun East senatorial district. In Ijebulando, you'll be hearing Kunfayakun local government area. The houses that will be there, they will not be up to 100, but they will be local government. It is for political redesigning of the geography of Nigeria. If you don't break Nigeria now, those who are telling you to wait, they will watch these things happen. And it will be too late by then to now start saying those local government areas don't exist. They should all leave. You will be so sorry. By then, most of us will be dead. Our children will be the one to vacate those areas for them because they will be gazetted. Anybody renegotiating anything with Nigeria right now is a fraud and it must be stopped. Anyone. For those who can see through, I hope this helps you. And don't call it a conspiracy theory because you are not smart enough to even prove it. That is a conspiracy theory. You are not smart enough. You just want to live in that your alternative world. That all I have just told you now, if you should believe them, you will begin to shake that, wow, how come I haven't seen it this way all this while? They came with cattle colony. People said no. They said open grazing. People said no. They said druga. People said no. They said, well, all of you should go and deal with it then if they kill you. Then they started the propaganda that Nigeria will fight war. Which Nigeria will fight war? Fulani want to fight war. And that is why they shut down Twitter. They are going to shut down many for you. Fulani want to fight war with southern Nigeria. Hausas who are in northern Nigeria who don't know this, who they have used Takiya for so many years, decades, they are already victims. Oh, they are being killed and slaughtered, displaced. Their lands are being taken over by French-speaking terrorists that have the protection of Boko Haram. Now that they are now coming, they have now, occupied the southern Nigeria. If you can't see it, even Tifnumbu can't see it anymore. If your Tifnumbu do PEM, you go just hear an assassination. Shebi is the one going to the north. Shebi is the one flying there to go and do Bambiala, to go and kiss them, kiss their foot and all of that, Abi. Shebi you hear about plane crash. When they are done with him, if he try to do PEM, you go just hear plane crash. A plane don't crash again. No, waiting happen. Who they inside? Now your Tifnumbu. I'm not wishing him death. See, I'm not wishing him any death. All right. Nobody, even if you wish anybody to die, you have no control over it. All of us go die anyway. But these pointers tells you why Tifnumbu will never see anything. Is there kowtowing to them, trying to be the Mr. Nice Man? Why he cannot even come out to condemn the killings of the Yorubas, even if he wants to claim to be Yoruba leader. Are you with me? He said they should bring Churchill. You brought me God. They said you should bring 007, James Bond. You brought Ajangbadi, Okoko Michael, James Bond. They said go and bring somebody with Sabi shoot gun. Go and bring this smart person. You went to Daura, you brought a Megad. And the consequences of that has made all of them deaf, dumb, and blind. He can't say anything. They're not born and well. If he tries it, maybe some of you are talking about jail. This thing that Boko Haram is about to do, the shutting down of social media and internet in Nigeria, it is going to cover everybody. Now everybody go chop breakfast on this. If your Tifnumbu tries anything, plane crash, una don't they get used to Ram. You go see him again. Let him continue going to that place. He can't come out. He can't come out confidently. Even inside his Bodilon prison, he can't come out to condemn the killing in Igongon. But by the time it brings about this Bisia Konde, the man that you can't know if he's sad or if he's happy because he's always opening his teeth. Old man, a very useless old man. All the people who have sold out, they will come out again. We don't want war. Everybody should be careful. Now they are hunting down Sunday Igboho. They can't condemn the killing. And there is still going to be many other killings if this is not stopped now. But he can't say it. If he dares, you will miss him. And you know why? Because he has trapped himself into something that he has no idea. Your Churchill has brought war. He is threatening everybody with war, including the church. Pastor Adeboye, you see, this life, they say life is a teacher. The more you live, the more you learn. Life is a teacher. You can choose to be stupid. People can choose to be ignorant. It's your choice. But you know one thing, you can make your choice. You must also be responsible for them. All these choices that back the kind of senile addicted Tifnumbu, they are choices that have consequences. So when the consequences start knocking, even your Tifnumbu will run away. In this regard, okay, I picked up this video with the intimidation and the threat and the fact that people can't speak their mind. I picked up this video, which is so amazing. I want you to watch it first. React to it, because I'm going to react to it as well. They shut down the internet. Baba Adeboye came out to say they are now covered under the United Nations Article 19. Hey, Baba Adeboye, Kumuyi came out and he said they have churches in 100 countries. Baba Adeboye of Redeem said they have churches in 170 countries. So the Twitter ban cannot cover them because they are covered by the Article 19. 1999 Constitution no longer protect Adeboye, no longer protect all the churches anymore. Your Baba Geos, they are beginning to sorosuke because the monster they pampered, the monster they told you to pray for is about to consume all of you. And it's just the beginning. They never start. Honestly speaking, this is just like a warm-up. Okay? Now, this video is so refreshing. I want you to listen to it.
Honorable, I have to interject. Why do we keep on shifting the buck from the table of the president? Why would you say that is not Mr. President? Does the Minister of Information and Culture have the right to just send out a fiat policy like that and ban social media?
And we have the president. We have the presidency and we have the president. So most times when the presidency is speaking, I think that is Garbachev who's speaking.
No, it was the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, who made that statement.
Those are the presidency. Those are the presidency.
And the presidency is different from the president.
That is the Nigerian.
And you lot as lawmakers are sitting down there still thinking that we're practicing a democracy. I mean, it goes to show that not only are all legislators failing at their job at instituting this so-called democracy that we're practicing in Nigeria, it also goes to show that you guys don't really know what you're doing as lawmakers. Because the country continues to decline into dictatorship, autocracy. And we're sitting down here saying the president is not aware that there's a difference between the presidency and the president. And we think this is okay. We think it's laughable. We're all here twiddling our thumbs and watching Nigeria deteriorate into, rubbish. So, and you as a lawmaker are here still making a case that it's not the president, it's the presidency. That is utter rubbish, Honorable.
Yes, that is where we find ourselves. And that is where I have said that the Nigerian people should take over the state. It's not just for 459 members.
Honorable, the last time they did that, people were shot on the streets, and which is still being denied. And so I understand when
freedom has never come easy. Freedom has never come
at the cost of how many
freedom
lives?
Has never been free. And I think this is laughable for our country at this stage, in this present day, 2021. Somebody is banning Twitter just because he tweeted something that is against the Twitter community.
So what are you as a parliamentarian going to do about that?
If that has affected Nigerians as our rights, then the parliament has to rise up too. And that is not what we have to discuss now. We have our leadership, we have our...
You all know about the presidency and the president, but we don't call them president and presidency here. We call them the presidency and the president. I mean, you have the presidiots and you have the presidency. Okay, the presidency at the garbage show is the presidiots in that capacity. The real presidiot is Boko Haram. But when you are talking about presidency, then you will see garbage show is leading. Femi Oponu-Adeshina is next. And they have that category of that presidency. But there is also somebody who is the legal advisor for the presidency. His name is Malamu. Abubakar Malamu is a rogue, a criminal, who has been so much in charge that this guy single-handedly made over $18 million simply because he put together some lawyers to finalize the transfer of Abacha loot to Boko Haram, which they eventually stole. Anyway, all right? The same guy has been the guy who has been blocking the repatriation of Diezani. The woman they told us stole $90 billion or returned $90 billion or has $14 billion jewelry and so many other things. But they have never made any legal requests to the UK government to extradite Diezani. You know why? Because all the properties confiscated from Diezani, Abubakar Malamu, they have stolen the ones they can steal. They have, confiscated the ones they can take for themselves. They can't account for them, and nobody will ask them. Abubakar Malamu is the legal advisor to the presidency. Abubakar Malamu is the one who advised Boko Haram that it is now imperative and important for Boko Haram to cancel the constitution and declare a martial law all over Nigeria so that Boko Haram won't need the National Assembly anymore. So a National Assembly member said, yes, it's utter rubbish. That the National Assembly members that always brag that Nigerians cannot demand for a change of a new constitution. Rather, they would rather give Nigerians a constitutional amendment because that is what the Fulani terrorists want. The same lawmakers that will tell you that you cannot suddenly ask for the breakup of Nigeria or inclusion of a referendum in Nigerian constitution because the people cannot just do it. It is only them because they are the representatives of the people. But they have become so lily-livered. If they say pim, they will kill them or they will jail them. And nobody will hear about it. Now that Boko Haram has banned Twitter. Okay? So the same lawmakers now, they are now calling on all of you. You better take your destiny in your own hand. Nobody will speak for you again. Oh, there is no speaker. There is no senator. Boko Haram will soon cancel National Assembly. And all of them, many of them will be arrested and jailed. They will call them enemy of Nigeria. People are now saying, Mekuna protect Abaribe. When this old sky comes falling, all of you should rally around Abaribe. Protect Abaribe, Senator Eyinaya Abaribe, because he is a target. The only reason why they haven't shot him or killed him or kidnapped him is because if they do that now, the whole world will react. Look at what they did at home of Barrister Ejiofor, the legal advisor to the IPOB, to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself. They killed his personal advisor, his personal assistant. They took away those who are working for him in his country home. They burned the place down, destroyed everywhere, while he escaped from their captivity and also from their gaze or glaze. However, this whole thing are being reported because you still have access to the internet. You can still use the VPN. Baba, Boko Haram's government, in order to hide all the future killings, massacre, the assassination of those they considered as the real enemy who continue to ginger the young people to believe in themselves and ask for what is right. So when they begin the assassination, they won't want the whole world to know about it. They are working with China to bring what they call something called the gold code or something like that. It is a firewall that gives the government the permission, it gives the government the authority, so to say, the control over what social media you can join, what internet you can join, which website you can visit, and all of you who are running your businesses on these platforms, you will have a hell to deal with if you let this slide. This is not NSAS 2. maybe if you don't have an idea, listen to this guy. What's Boko Haram? The action of Boko Haram. Meanwhile, you see this video you're about to watch, is about 2 days ago. Okay, that was the moment when they were trying to ban the Twitter. Hours after this video, that same day, Twitter was banned in Nigeria, and this guy was trying to tell you, he's going to tell you what the consequences of this will be, just to have an idea that these Janjaweed criminals, they don't care about their economy. They've destroyed it beyond repair, okay? But for all of you who don't want their agenda to be completed, they will do everything to kill you and hide it from the rest of the world. Baba, what is ahead is worse than what you have seen so far. If people don't bond now and stop them, watch this video.
The reason why people are still on Twitter is because it is impossible for Twitter to be cut off by pronouncement or by fiat. That's impossible. There are many ways that government can go about doing it. Government can go through legal action, which is not likely, given the sort of urgency that we've seen in the statement. Government could shut down the entire internet in Nigeria by asking telcos and ISPs to cooperate with them, which is not likely because that would be the worst and maybe the most stupid action that any government would take in this circumstance and in the times we're in. The likely route is that as we speak right now, that the information minister has either communicated already or has started a chain of communication to two groups of people. One, telecom service providers, and the second, the other non-telecom but internet service providers. And what government will tell them to do is to block Twitter, access to Twitter from Nigeria. This is not new. Government in Nigeria has done this before. Remember during the NSAS protest, they blocked access to some websites in Nigeria. So they will do that in many ways, technical DNS blocking or other ways. And that is what I believe they will now be working towards. Of course, the reaction to that from the telcos and the ISPs is another matter entirely. But what is also very interesting, Sheil, is that this instruction is coming from the Ministry of Information to the NBC and asking the NBC to license over the top services or people providing services over the internet. But it is weird because they do not fall within the jurisdiction of the NBC. These are licensees of the NCC, the Nigerian Communications Commission. So I think we need a lot more information from government, on how exactly they want to do this, because it sounds to me right now like, an empty barrel that is really making a lot of noise.
Typical. When you say typical, the typical intelligent analyst. I love that. Being politically correct. And within 24 hours, our brother there received the stupid decision. He said it would be a very, very stupid decision for them to try to want to shut down the internet. You see why I'm laughing? Well, this is exactly what the NBC, under Laya Muhammad's control, sent out to all the media houses. They are not just telling them never to use Twitter, okay? They were telling them now that they must delete their Twitter because what you have now is called Malamu law. Malamu law says if they find Twitter on your phone, you are going to jail. You have 40 million people on Twitter in Nigeria. So that means 40 million people will go to jail. So how do you find out somebody is using Twitter or somebody has used Twitter? You have to be on Twitter yourself. They've already blocked Twitter completely now, okay? You need VPN to access Twitter. Now, by the time they finish with what they are doing with China, and the funniest thing is this, terrorists don't think, they just act because they are not smart, okay? They can do this with people like them, but they can't really do this successfully all over what is called today Nigeria, okay? China, that they want to talk to help them build this shield, this firewall that will give them control over where you go to or what you see anywhere. China spent $79 billion to build that technological power. That is why in China today, they have their own social media controlled by government. They don't use this Facebook like that, okay? Even though we hear that some people still try to sneak in and still use Facebook, Twitter, and everything, okay? Even within the Chinese territory. So $79 billion. How much is Nigeria? With what Boko Haram has turned Nigeria to now, how much do you think they will sell Nigeria for? All they will have to do is just tell China that, you know what, China, we give you Nigeria for 100 years. When we finish our agenda, just make sure, say, we continue our agenda. Give us weapon, give us everything, and give us this firewall, okay? And you can keep Nigeria for 200 years. And China will gladly take it. They will take the offer to build internet to stop all of you from doing your businesses, because they believe that while you are doing your businesses, you are saying something about Boko Haram that they don't like. $79 billion. The total base of Nigeria is over 100 billion now. If you change them to your naira, it's over what? It's over 35 trillion naira. Naira to a dollar is now over 500 naira. Naira to a pound is now over 700 naira. Chinese are everywhere in Nigeria, extracting your resources, including in Yoruba land, on license, and you can't even ask them questions. Now they want to use you to build firewall, to imprison you further. I don't think it's going to happen, because it's not going to happen. Forget it. And that is why, for those of you who don't know that they have gone far, this is the message sent to all the media houses in Nigeria after they banned Twitter, okay? NBC, Nigeria, or National Broadcasting Commission, they call them. Suspend Twitter handles. Consequent on the suspension of Twitter operations in Nigeria by the federal government over the persistent use of the platform for activities that are capable of undermining the corporate existence of Nigeria, the National Broadcasting Corporation directs all broadcasting stations in Nigeria to suspend the patronage of Twitter immediately. In compliance to the above directive, broadcasting stations are hereby advised to deinstall Twitter handles and desist from using Twitter as a source of information, so as a source of information gathering for news and program presentation, especially phone-in programs. Do you see that control? They don't want any of them to use Twitter again, or especially allowing them to phone in by following them on Twitter. That is what the NBC sent to the media houses in Nigeria, okay? After they have told them, and they have actually punished them, those who have violated that directive, that nobody should be allowed to come and criticize Buhari on TV. Many TV stations, especially even the channels, they have been fined few times by the Buhari's government for violating the directive of Laya Mohammed by inviting people that criticize Buhari on TV. So if you bring anybody on your program and you criticize the TV, Laya Mohammed will write to you. Laya Mohammed NBC, they will fine you 1.5 million naira as a presenter. They will fine your organization 5 million naira as a TV station or radio station, or they will send you to jail of 10 years for criticizing or inviting somebody to your program to criticize Buhari. Some of you don't know about this, but that has been in effect for so long. But they are not tired. They have not had enough. So now they are telling them to delete all of their Twitter handles, and they must never use Twitter handle or Twitter again to share information. Now let us continue. They are quoting their useless section, this section, that as usual. But when they say all of you that they will be arresting for still having Twitter on your phone in Nigeria. Do you know that having Twitter on your phone in Nigeria now is now an illegal offense? It's now an offense. Do you know that? If you are watching me from Nigeria right now, maybe you don't know. You are still tweeting. The only way you can continue to tweet if you join those who are mobilizing for June 12th to make your voice and your presence known on that street. If you continue to go and tweet and defend the government, as some of you are doing, using VPN, you are committing a crime under the Malamu law 2021. If you don't believe me, you can start asking me, what is the law? What is the law? Don't worry. Malamu said If you enter court, when you get to court, they will tell you under which section what or section what, subsection what of Malamu law that you have violated for using Twitter or for having Twitter on your phone. It's now offense, and you can laugh about it until the police until they start picking you up, until they start collecting money from you for having Twitter on your phone. You don't know what is going on. Nigeria is a lawless country. All of you going to Nigeria for holiday, you are going with your phones, Abi. When their police stop you, you will face the embarrassment of your life. You will remember that Maiyegun mentioned something about having Twitter. You did not believe Maiyegun. Go to Nigeria on your holiday now. In this era of a Malamu law, when you get there, when you get to Nigeria, you have to delete your Twitter. Are you with me? You have to delete it on your phone. Whether you are active on Twitter, whether you are not active on Twitter, having Twitter on your phone, Twitter app on your phone in Nigeria of 2021, it is now an offense. And according to them, they don't know how many years you are going to go to jail. They don't know what will be your fine if they find you. But if their policemen find you, you are lucky. You can bribe him and he will let you go. And you can delete the Twitter immediately, Abi. Now, when you get to that environment, you see all of you watching me from your base, from the comfort of your room right now, watching from the comfort of your bedroom, your living room, in the safest place of the world that you have right now. Let me tell you this. When you arrive in Nigeria, everything you have heard about Nigeria on Maiyegun's diary, they will begin to happen to you. And if one of them is you having to explain to a police officer why you are having a Twitter on your phone, then this whole thing would make better sense to you then. Nigeria, you think you want to defend is gone. It's not the same anymore. They have used that takia on you for so long. It is now your own duty, if you want to continue to be swindled, deceived by one Nigeria, which is full of this same takia that is going to get you killed. You can't use it anymore in Nigeria. You can use VPN until a police officer stop you. Then this law will make sense to you. There is nothing so clear about it. Another thing they are planning is to shut down the internet. Don't let this sound strange to you. Many of you bragged. You were beating up your chest. You were beating and thumping your chest like, yeah, it will never happen. Forget it. If Buhari try. Now, Buhari has tried it, okay? So, what are you going to do? We have other people who are hell-bent to use the name of Nigeria to kill other people. And this is the reason why nobody trusts any conversation with them. Especially when you have the like of this type of person sitting in the National Assembly, making laws for a country that he believes should be won, but others will be killed. You can never talk unity with such people. I mean, with people who are the victims of the murderous personalities in charge of Nigeria. What would you make of this if you have an opportunity to compare?
We are not ready to work with anybody anymore. Anytime now we are going to start retaliating on you. Don't think you have a right to kill our brothers to any level and you still participate in Nigeria. Fuck hell with your logbook lodge. You hear? I think you got it. Tell him. Let him go and lodge it in Mbakwe's grave. You understand?
I don't understand what you're saying, sir, but
I equally don't understand what you're saying. You are calling for my intellectual. And you are idiot tribe, idiot group, idiot state, people who don't have value for themselves. Go and manage yourself in your Imo. Kill the police station, break the prisons. Let's see when the North start retaliating. Where are you going to start? And it's not going to be long. Idiot. Don't think you have a right to be Nigeria when you are massacring Nigeria.
Sir, you know that we respect you.
Shut up there, my friend. Shut up, idiot. Idiot. Ingrate. All the houses you have in Abuja, you leave them there. You leave the houses in Port Harcourt. Shut up. Close the wire there. Close the phone there. I'm not participating in anything anymore. I have so many friends in Imo, Frank Bezim, Dr. Okoku, Dr. this, Dr. that.
The book launch is actually in Abuja.
Who are you writing to book launch in Abuja? My friend Foka, go and launch the book in Imo. Don't you have a place in Imo? Go and launch for your Biafra Igbo agenda. Go there. Invite anybody who wants to go to Imo and launch. Why do people run to Abuja? Go back to your state. You ingrate Igbo idiots. You think you have monopoly of violence? Book launch. What are you writing? Start writing today. What you write before is where your story. Just wait. The day North is going to turn on you any moment from now. You know you are out. Don't call me for any book launch. I don't pass that level.
Thank you for your consent.
Sorry, there's also other part to it, okay? But it's good. Why not just let them go? Why are you threatening them with war? Let's have a conversation to break up Nigeria. That's all they are asking for. And I'm happy that some women in northern Nigeria, they were able to come together asking Boko Haram to let the Igbos go, let the Yorubas go, let everybody go their way. May we go start and fix ourselves, whatever it's going to take. I mean, they support it in the north. That's why I said, don't always think everyone is happy with the way this lunatic in power, these jobless, unemployable criminals in power. Not everybody seems to be probably in agreement with them. And when we see those who don't, let us acknowledge them. Some northerners said, women, mothers, these killings should stop. Stop killing them. Just stop all the killing of northerners in eastern Nigeria. Stop killing the Igbos. Stop killing people everywhere. Let the Igbos go if they want to go. And I love that. Not somebody who is bragging. Somebody who's, if they're born and well, they should go to Imo State and say it there. That, when we respond, let's see if it's going to go back in a way. But there are women who actually says, let the Igbos go.
Thank you.
At the rally of the Amalgamation of Northern Women Association, Nigeria on Biafra referendum in Abuja on the 5th June 2021. We are the amalgamation of Northern women from all parts of the North, North Central, Northwest, and Northeast. We as mothers, we are always at the receiving end of any war, insurrection, killing, and act of terror. When our men were killed, we were raped and our children rendered orphans. We have nowhere to run to. Nigerian history has shown that women carry the heavy burden of war and act of insurrection and terrorism. We have gone through it from 1967 to 1971. Women, can we allow this to happen again? No! Our men died and left us with the children, no cattle for out of nothing. Other men that survived simply move on, but we never move on. The aftermath of the war and the suffering left a lifetime scars in our hearts and on our bodies. Can we allow this to continue? No! No! It is for this reason that we come together today and say we don't want another war, another insurrection. Will we allow this to continue? No! We therefore unanimously call on President Muhammad Buhari as the leader and father of the country and the leadership of the National Assembly, President of the Senate, Dr. Ahmad Lawal, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Hon Femi Gbajabiamila, to immediately call for a referendum in the country. Let people choose to live in peace in Nigeria or leave. Any other group or nationality that wants to sit or exercise their right for self-determination, like the Southeast has been agitate for deceased to be allowed to leave Nigeria peacefully without resorting a second civil war. Wow. Today, the Igbo nation has turned the entire Southeast to almost...
So, that's the women. Princess Balogun. Princess Balogun says, I understand. I think I'm actually going to open the line. I've exhausted my own time. I've started using yours. I've only got 15 minutes. So I'll take like 2 calls. Please, let's use it well, okay? So I hope Princess will be lucky enough to get through today. I need that energy in this evening. So we have heard from the Yoruba leaders, especially the Lanomo Odua. Pa Akintoye came out and he said, Yorubas should be ready. This is war. The Fulanis have declared war on us now, and they've made their threat known. So therefore, nobody should ever believe that there is going to be another day for the war. It's already here with all of us. So we should be prepared. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Maiyegun.
Hello, good evening. Chichi.
And thanks for yes, Chichi on the line.
Oh, how are you?
And I'm good, and how are you?
I'm very well. So, you're live.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say a big thank you. Thank you for the good job.
Thank you.
And then I wasn't offended at all. And for all the family members on board, I say thank you for all your love and understanding and your support.
Thank you.
Actually, that very beautiful day that I made that point, I never knew you were having people asking for too much stuff to be shut down.
I know.
I never knew.
I know.
I came across, I got some information. I'm somebody who have lived in the north. I had most of my life both in Sokoto State and in Plateau State. Yeah. And it so happens to be that I also have nephews that are Lagosians. And I'm a bloody Biafran. So you can see I have been in these 3 parts of the Ember of Nigeria, which is what we're taught back in school, Wazobia. I might not be very, very perfect with Yoruba, but I'm very, very good with Hausa, more than Igbo. And I have people who give me information. I have once worked as a secret servant. And I don't use my real identity calling you when I call you. And where I am at the moment, I told you at the first stage when I was calling you, I met with somebody who confirmed to me that who we have there is not Buhari. And there are many things that I have seen. There are a lot of information that you have you cannot put on the table, because if you put it down, that's how I go boss. Me here too, there are some information I have that I cannot cast it out, because now while I need to decree it, we don't want it like that. But I looked at the whole situation. You know, these people, they listen to all this meeting we have here. Alpha Rock listen to you. The Senate listen to you. Even British themselves do listen to you. It's not like they don't hear. They hear what is happening. They know what is happening. But at the end of the day, it's like they come here, they gather some information and go back to do something to like get people to like, okay, do your worst. So I was looking at it as in, if that is the case, let's cut this talk a bit and swing into action. Enough. People are already dying. Like my sister would say, all die now, die. We only die once, not 2 times. Enough is enough. What is it? We've been talking, we've been canvassing, and people have woken up. So as much as people have woken up, let's take the bold step. And me, I go different. If it's sad, I go want to come back Nigeria. I go different. If I die, I die. But I will not be dying for Nigeria. I'll be dying for Biafra. I'll be dying for Ududua. Because I have family in these 2 places. I have blood in these 2 places. So what it should be, let it be.
Thank you, Chichi.
We give it to them the way they want it. And thanks for the job. And keep up. I really appreciate the apology, even if it was uncalled for.
I almost missed it.
It was really uncalled for, really. It was really uncalled for because I wasn't offended. I see it as in maybe there's a misunderstanding. And I watched the program all through. I heard where you came from. You said people have been using those words. And another caller who also called said what I was trying to suggest, I think he had or have seen something like that from some other person who suggested it. But I was trying to get the information exactly from who, which I did not. I would have gone back to say this was just what was running through my head based on what I heard and based on what I saw or information that was given to me.
Thank you very much.
But let's all keep it up. And much love to everybody.
I know. Everybody were carried away. And I am somebody,
yes,
Chichi.
Actually,
go on. Sorry.
I actually tried to call back that same day, but a lot of calls were coming in, and until the program ended, I wasn't able to reach you through.
I know.
But it's all okay.
I know. Thank you very much.
We agree to disagree. Yeah. That's it. Life.
Now let me say something.
And thank you so much.
Yeah. Now that you're on the phone, right? I'll tell you something. I am somebody who always believed that if people say, "Oh, Maiyegun, well done. You are good. You are this. You are that." Right? That is a general commendation, which is good as a feedback from whatever I do. But when one person says, Maiyegun, I don't like the way what you did there. I always feel like it would never be just one person. I can't have all this audience. And then one person says, I don't like what you said there, right? Then he's not alone. So it's either I come back to explain myself better for those people because I won't be offending just one person. You understand now? You are not offended. But some of my friends as well, they didn't feel good about it. And I'm glad that you are my first caller today. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay. Keep it up, okay? And you too. Lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Let me take this call. I have a caller. Hello.
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 Maiyegun.
Your name?
Good morning. My name is Paul.
Paul. Is that Paul?
Yes.
How are you, bro? How are you?
I'm good, Maiyegun. I'm so happy I'm guesting today. Your family is fine.
I'm actually glad that let me just because you told me that you've been trying but you never got through. Now you actually get through now.
Yes.
You're live. So you have your own 2 minutes. Use it well, please.
Yeah. Let me just quickly appreciate you for being there for me. Not just because we call into your show, but you have really shown that Maiyegun's Diary is beyond what we just listen to. It's about what we do what we say, or we act on what we speak. So I want to appreciate you and really thank God for your life and thank you for being there. And also I want to appreciate my brothers and sisters who I may not meet, I may never know, I may never get to know them, but they answered a clarion call and they really showed up for me. I pray that God will continue to bless every one of them in Jesus' name. Amen. I'm so happy. Tonight, Maiyegun, I just want many people, you see, your name, Maiyegun General, has always been the tag. But for someone like me, I see you more like a doctor. More like a someone that performs surgery. Because tonight has been another healing session. Because if you look at even if you look at through the chat, you find out that most of you that comment, there are people that they understand where you are going. Many of them understand the things that you say. But maybe you yourself, you find that you're always talking to those that are still thinking about it, those that are they don't still understand where you are heading. Yes, you are still trying to heal them of their one Nigeria sickness. So that is one thing that people need to really focus on. It's not just about Maiyegun talking alone. We have friends, we have brothers. Some of them are still hell-bent on this one Nigeria. And another thing I wanted to point out, Maiyegun, do you know that there is absolutely no Igbo man on the surface of the earth that doesn't have a relative that partook in that war? That is why you see that the synergy amongst the Igbo is very, very strong and very, very uniform.
That's right.
They are very difficult to break because there is no family that doesn't have an uncle, an auntie, a cousin that partook in that war. Every single family, every single Igbo family on the surface of the earth now had an investment physically in that war. That is why you see that it affects a lot of us. And that is why some of us that are Yoruba, we are really worried. Because it seems we are still a little bit laid back. I'm not saying there has not been progress, but it's like we are waiting too much. I think Maiyegun, I think Simisaraju Kodeda. I think Simisaraju Kodeda. That's the point I just want to make.
Thank you, Paul. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Send me well to the missus and the family, okay? And stay safe.
Definitely,
Maiyegun.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Lovely.
God bless you.
Amen. And you too. So I have another caller. Hello. Sorry. Let me bring you on. Hello.
Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
I am very well. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm okay. This is Prince, and I'm currently calling you from Canada.
Did you say Prince?
Yes.
Lovely. Now you are live.
Calling you from,
you see, you know one thing about me, sir, right? When I repeat people's names, then the next thing is that I want to remember the name, remember the voice. I don't always get it right, okay?
No worries.
But yeah, I get that.
No worries.
Prince, please, sir.
Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
You are really doing a great job. I don't have much to say tonight, but I just want to pray for you. I want to pray for your family as well, because honestly,
thank you.
We see everything happening in Nigeria today, and sometimes you just be like, is this in Nigeria? But I don't know. I don't know where Nigeria is heading. I just said, let me quickly try and call you tonight. I didn't really know what you were talking about, but
it's good.
I'm an ardent listener. Everyone is always on me. Everyone around me is always on me. Like, oh baby, what is it about this Maiyegun? I said, no. This guy is the one that keeps me informed because I'm far away from home. I want to know what is happening in my home country. This is the person that keeps me informed, you know. Igogo, the weekend, what happened in Igogo? It was for me, I heard it yesterday, you know, and honestly, I'm really impressed, and I know that God will give us victory. This is not ordinary. What you're doing is not ordinary. It's a lot of sacrifice, honestly.
Thank you.
It's a lot of sacrifice. Sometimes you have to do this twice in a day. I pray that the Lord will be with you. Thank you so much for all you're doing. But I'm okay on I appreciate you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. Okay, you're welcome. Okay,
you're welcome.
That's a good one, Prince. I've got friends everywhere anyway, so I love you all. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
Baba.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Sherif from US.
Sherif from the US. So you are live, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so I think there is two issues like people are like not focusing attention on.
Okay.
One is Lagos. Do you believe like let me say like 60 to 65% like they don't believe like what is happening in the country. I'll give you like some example. Like yesterday when I was talking to like my sister, she was like, I can't believe like this thing is happening in Nigeria, the Gogon Kimi, like I said, hey, but I always told you like this thing is happening. So, like I don't believe this thing until I saw this. Yeah, like until I saw this Gogon issue on. I like but I always told you like this thing is real. So we were like, even like when my father came to him yesterday, also we're like, I'm the one showing him like this thing is happening. Like for real, this thing is happening in Nigeria. I think the issue is like they're not taking this thing like it's happening in Nigeria because it hasn't happened in Lagos. I think when I speak to people in Lagos, they're like, no, they not happen for Lagos now. Say Lagos no get bush. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, so because Lagos don't have shit or forest, like it cannot happen. Like no fear happen. Lagos not be bad on Jare, Lagos not be Oyo State, but I think maybe they're just waiting, like, it should happen in Lagos first before people, like, they will believe. So that's the first part. The second part is like, yeah, I agree with what she said. I think maybe people, like, they didn't get what she was saying, like,
last time.
There should be, like, some action, like, all these politicians, like, they are not taking it serious. Like, I think there should be some, should I say some sector, like, whereby we should create some section, like, there should be, like, letting all these stupid governors know, like, this thing, they affect us, they pain us, like, maybe they should be feeling the attack, like, maybe some you should be attacking them. Like, if they should be going, like, if you have, like, breaking, like, like, 3 governors are attacked today in, like, maybe 2 in Southwest, 1 in East, something like that. Like, they will take it serious. Like, will I say, this Bedu don't attack this youth, but the youth, like, they don't really take action. Like, they don't take action. All they do is just stay on the internet, looking at these stupid celebrity, drinking, smoking. That's all they, like, focus on. I don't know, maybe that.
Sheriff, you know one thing is that Buhari is about to take all of that away now. The internet will not let them do all of that.
I know. I'm following everything. Because I, like, all these youth, they don't even care. But because that Lagos, maybe they are waiting for them to attack Lagos or to kidnap people in Lagos. That is when, like, they're like, almost, I said, this thing don't they be like saying for real. Because when I call people in Lagos, they're like, they will not happen for Lagos. That Lagos not be bad on Lagos.
They will see. I'm going to show you, Sheriff. Thank you very much, by the way. I'm going to show you a video while you hang up now, okay? So you can tell them that they should go on Maiyegun's diary, that those that will come to Lagos, they are not going to bring cows. They are going to bring something they always very use in Lagos. I'll show you that video. Stay behind, okay? Thank you so much.
Okay.
So I have another caller, and I'm going to please plead. Oh no. Why is that? Sorry, one sec. I'm having an issue with connecting the calls. A moment. Just stay on the phone, please. Right. So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Princess, is that you?
Yeah.
Now, please give me a minute. I know Princess is going to be another energy tonight. So give me a minute. I want to show my friends in Lagos that those who are going to attack Lagos, they won't bring cows. Okay? This is what they are going to bring.
I said, now we will cook inside. Inside. Okay, this one I nailed the take. Don't the mumu. Now allow the laugh also. When you don't do your own go, they go say, see, anything saying wise. You don't have to check for the you see, you raise the rope, they put another top slippers. Full loaded magazine. No, this one's not full loaded. They don't use them. With one color. That rifle is not safe. Second one. Wait. Oh, see the comment in the back. All this one mostly in the police go find out. That rifle is not safe. This one, this is. I say that rifle is not safe.
Hello, Princess.
Hello, Michael. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, ma. I'm very fine. How are you?
I'm just there, Jerry.
Now you are alive.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Someone was talking about Arifeshola this afternoon. Yeah? And I was replying to the person that if injustice become the order of the day, in this country, which we know that is what is happening, resistance will become a duty. When you kill people and the government is not attacking the people, are not going after the bandits or the people that came to kill other people, we will resist. People will talk. So, how does the Minister of Interior, Aregbe Fagbo, how does he want to handle this insecurity everywhere? You know, he was calling the people agitating for self-determination. He was calling them secessionists or something. You know, he was calling them ignorant. Pedigree will Aregbesola for any. Aregbesola, what pedigree does he have? Orúkọ wọn gbogbo wọn olórí burúkú ara wọn Ìkòròdú yìí wọ́n ti wá bọ́yàwó ẹ̀ sí òwò àwọn òtún kókó lọ́bọ́yàwó ẹ̀ sí òwò ní Ìkòròdú yìí tó ya fọ́tò ẹ̀ 900 million lọ́gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Àwọn ará Ọ̀ṣun rò pé lásán náà rí sálárì sọ fáwọn 6 billion lọ́gbà lọ́wọ́ Arẹ́gbẹ́ Fagbo, I stand to be corrected. So ẹ bọ́ síta ẹ wá máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yin owó tẹ̀ ní ìran náà. Ìwọ àdàgbàjẹ́rà ń fún òjijì wa sọ̀rọ̀ pé Baba Akintoye, you're talking about the likes of Baba Akintoye and Wole Soyinka and the people agitating for self-determination. Báwo ni wọ́n fúnra rẹ̀ ṣe débẹ̀? Ṣáwáṣáwá Baba ní Kàbírù.
Ọlọ́pọ́n ìmọ̀.
Àwọn afagbó ẹgbẹ́ tọ́mù yín débẹ̀. Àárí gbogbo yín. Ní pẹ́dígìrì kọ̀ọ̀kan olóṣì ìbílí ti yín náà ní gbogbo yín lẹ́jọ́ ṣèrànù bí ẹ̀rọ aṣẹ́wó. Èmi ti sọ nǹkan kan o. Táwọn kékeré bá sòótọ́, tágbàlagbà náà bá sòótọ́ nǹkan kan náà lọ́jọ́ máa sọ.
That's right.
But Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá ò ní pedigree. How do you treat people that you killed? Àwọn Igbo yìí ẹ dehumanize wọn. So how do you rehabilitate people that you dehumanize, you kill, you stab? And the government is not even open for negotiation. Calling Baba Akintoye an ignorant is also the general Egbelo. Àwọn wèrè Ìbàdàn yìí constituted authority. Wọ́n lè rí ìṣàkọ́gbórí wọn sókè mọ́. Báwọn Kàbírù náà ò ní ṣe lè rìn nìyẹn tó bá yá. Mo dẹ̀ ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀, Korogodo máa lù fún gbogbo wọn dún ní gbogbo àwọn tó bá ti ní Yorùbá nation yóò di dúró. Korogodo máa lù fún gbogbo wọn dún lẹ́yìn kọ̀ọ̀kan ní Bàbá Adébóyè. À ń wọ̀ọ̀tì wọn, ẹ̀sìn wọn máa tó yọ. Gbogbo àwọn tó dákẹ́ tó ṣe kankan sitting down and being hopeless about the whole situation. People died. Tinubu cannot come out. But his wife will be jumping around, fighting like a thug every year and there. Korogodo máa lù lé gbogbo wọn ní lágbára Ọlọ́run. Àdàbí tó bá yẹ pé ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn máa ṣe lọ́sẹ̀ ṣe lọ yìí.
Thank you so much. Maiyegun. Yeah, very well. Yeah. Very well delivered, as usual. God bless you. Stay safe, ma. So, I'm going to take just one more call. And I already have that caller on the phone. I hope the line connects. I'm so sorry if you're unable to get in. I thought I was just going to take 2 calls or 3. But here we are. We've managed to get a few people to add their voice tonight. My last caller. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello there. Your name, sir?
Chuk from Germany.
My title commander, the person in charge of the new title, Excellency. Is that what you give me?
Excellency, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Maiyegun.
There's something about you, Chuk, and I'm going to keep saying it. Why is it that when I'm about to round up, most of the time, that is when your own call eventually scale through? There's something about you, and I'm going to keep it in mind. So you're alive.
Yeah. Well, first of all, my condolence for what happened.
Thank you.
Over the weekend. But, you know, we all are what happened to our brothers, Yorubas, is the same to us, the Biafran.
That's right.
So, that's right. But we have to say the condolence so that we should not sweep it under the carpet.
Thank you.
You know, every day people are being killed. Every day people are being killed over the whole of the country. I just want to make a point here. First of all, to encourage you for what you are doing.
Thank you.
The world is hearing you. Your impact is being felt in the society. We are into these things together. We will keep on fighting. We keep on fighting. We keep on fighting.
That's right.
One point I want to make, when the IPOP took up arms, many people misunderstood them.
That's right.
They were called all sorts of names. They were called warmongers. And I think I had Nnamdi saying that a point will come when our Yoruba brothers will also pick up arms.
We are at that point now, by the way, Chuk. We are actually at that point now. People asking for actions. You will begin to see a lot in the days ahead.
I just read an article. I just read an article in Sahara Reporter. What our elder, that is one of the person I consider as an elder, Professor
Banji Akintoye.
Akintoye said. I had Nnamdi said last time that when you hear him speaking, you always feel like adopting him to to be a Biafran. So I just watched what he said exactly. He said people should forget about the Constitution, defend yourself. Yeah, it has reached to that point. Because even in the Constitution recognizes self-defense. When the kind of video I saw over the weekend about what happened in Uganda, I couldn't even eat. It's heartless. It's heartless.
It's unimaginable. You see,
I'm still looking for a word that can describe what happened over the weekend.
The carnage.
And this has been going on. Okay, what is the outcome? See, the Buhari or our president, what did he say?
Nothing.
Nothing. But he can come out to say that, to threaten a section of the country, that to remind them what happened in the 1967. So, I mean, it is very clear. And I mean, sometimes I watch some Southerners politicians. Is it not before this incident that the so-called interior minister said that the people calling for self-determination are foolish?
Are foolish, exactly. That's his word. He said the people calling for self-determination are ignorant and they are foolish.
I read it. I almost cried.
Professor Wole Soyinka came out today that Biafrans have the right to secede, Yorubas have the right to secede, and it is their right that nobody should even define to them. You don't define it and say this is it, this is that. You don't. It is their right. They will choose how they will do it. So Professor Soyinka is foolish. To Aregbeju.
Are we living in another world?
Yeah.
Are we living in another world? I can't even understand why some Southern politicians are so foolish. Southern politicians are so stupid. I'm sorry using this word. It's not normal, but I don't know what else to say. Your people are being massacred like that. Even in this Western world, you cannot kill a cow. You cannot even kill a chicken. The way there is
en masse. Without the country,
you cannot even in your own compound now. In your own compound, you can never buy a 20 live chicken now and slaughter it in your compound.
Did you say 20? I don't know about Germany, Chuk. You can't buy a live chicken here in Scotland.
Yeah.
You dare not put a knife in the neck of a chicken and say you are slaughtering a chicken. They don't burn you well. Who even sell you the live chicken? Who will sell you the live chicken?
You can't. Yeah, I know. Why I say 20 just because if I say one...
Now you'll be committing a crime now. Now jail time you are buying.
Yeah, it's jail.
Before
you can slaughter the first one, you see police in front of your house. And people just slaughtered up to 50
human beings.
man. I mean, if If any of our brothers are still waiting, if any of them are still calling on this nonsense constitutional review, man, I don't know. I don't know, my brother. I don't know.
I know. Thank you very much, Chuck. We will round it up from here, okay?
Well, let me comment on. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
And you too.
Okay.
You have a good one, okay?
Thank you.
That's a Chuck, the veteran, the man that always round it. You know, in Yoruba land, we have people we call the Egunla, the biggest masquerade that always dance last in the public. In the square, public square. So Chuck happened to be that person. To every one of you who have you've tuned in today to watch with me tonight, thank you. And if you are one of those who just joined Maiyegun's diary, you can subscribe. It's really, really a very good platform. I am personally addicted to my own platform. Would you believe that? So if you find yourself so addicted to Maiyegun's diary, Politico, and videos and the chat and all of that, you are actually doing the right thing. You are addicted to the right thing, the right platform that will never leave you the same. You won't remain the same. Kindness, empathy, love, and then affection for others, even if you don't see them, will be part of you. Then you begin to reason like humans. You begin to put your thought processing and all of that in line with what humans should be thinking. You will not be part of those that, possibly feel like, as long as you are not being attacked, you are not the one kidnapped, your family members are not killed, nor your farm is attacked, and all of that. Therefore, it's not concerned you. That is a Nigeria that the types of a Boko Haram built. That is the one they want to force on you again. So if you are a platform member of Maiyegun's diary Politico, ask my friends. They will tell you, you won't regret it. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And before you leave the video on YouTube, do something. Give me that thumb up before you go. To my friends on Facebook, thanks again for tonight. I am pretty much on Twitter as well. Before they shut down your Twitter, I know to watch me now, you'll be seeing my Twitter via your VPN from Nigeria before they take everything away from you. Let me keep showing you what it looks like to live in a country where you're actually free and you can express yourself without any consequences, without you having to run for your life or fight for your life in a country where the military are meant to protect you, but they are actually commissioned to kill you, hide your body. So before they take everything away from you, let's keep showing you what it looks like before you turn to the north, or north, Otiria, or UAR, the Uharians, the Uranus, or the Uranus. Before everything finally turned to Uranus, Yorubas will opt out. Before everything turned to Urania or Uranus, the Biafrans will be out. Those who want to be Uranums, they can stay in Nigeristan and name themselves the Uranus or whatever.